It is the morning after the big win, and here is where Canada stands right now. The Liberals are the declared winners with a minority hold of 157 seats. The Conservatives now hold 121, picking up 26 new seats. Meanwhile, the Bloc Québécois are back in a big way, winning 32 seats, and that puts them in third place in this new House of Commons. The NDP are down from 39 seats at dissolution to 24 now, and the regional focus moves out of Quebec over to the West Coast. The Green Party now has 3 seats in the House of Commons, picking up Fredericton, and we will talk to the new MP-elect there. There is one independent who will sit in the 43rd Parliament, Jody Wilson-Raybould, winning her seat last night in Vancouver-Granville. And the People's Party of Canada shut out, with leader Maxime Bernier failing to win and hold on to his sole seat in Beauce.
So just to give you a look at Canada and what it looks like this morning, it is a country divided, different parties in different regions. Joining us this morning is Geneviève Beauchemin, who spent the night at the Liberal headquarters out in Montreal. And Geneviève, close race for the Liberals. What was the atmosphere like there last night? And good morning to you.
Good morning. A short night, of course, for everyone who was involved with the election. Well, the atmosphere was pretty subdued at Liberal headquarters. Of course, people felt that they escaped the worst-case scenario. It was still the government, the Liberals are still in power, but it is a minority. And I tell you that people were watching the screens all night. There was such nervous excitement when the results started coming in, people not sure exactly how it would look. And then when it was declared that it would be a Liberal minority, people sort of exhaled. There was a sigh of relief that they would still be in power. But again, it just wasn't the excitement, certainly not the excitement of 2015 when there was such a party at Liberal headquarters.
The Bloc Québécois winning 32 seats, more than tripling what it won in the last election. What does this shift mean in that province and in the country overall?
And who would have thought that just a month ago, just a year ago, in fact, the Bloc Québécois was left pretty much for dead. It came back in this big way, these 32 MPs, really propelled by the leaders, Yves-François Blanchet, who really led a campaign that really sort of mobilized the forces. Also, this idea really not running at all on sovereignty, which had been so prominent in past elections. This one really talking about identity for Quebecers and really riding that to these 32 seats. It really does divide the country. What Yves-François Blanchet is saying is that what he wants to do is he wants to support any government that does something that is good for Quebec. The Bloc will not prop up any government, but will vote with whatever legislation they say has something good for Quebec in it. So that's certainly going to complicate matters in the House of Commons, and just how to work with the Bloc Québécois will be something that the Liberals will have to relearn how to do again.
Right, when you bring up a really good point, they differ on major issues, including the Trans Mountain Pipeline and Quebec's secularism law. How will the Liberals navigate that in the House of Commons? I remember Justin Trudeau saying at the end of the French language debate, he is not opposed to injecting the federal government into Bill 21.
Well, this is an interesting one, because I was talking to the newly elected MPs last night at the Liberal headquarters, talking about the fact that whether that is actually something, Bill 21 banning religious symbols for public servants, whether that was something that really played into this election, because you do know that the majority of Quebecers do support that ban, and the Liberals have spoken against it, and they were the only party to actually say that perhaps they could be involved in a challenge at some point of a legal challenge of that law. So how do you square that? Because the Bloc Québécois has said that it will not in any way support, it will not go along with anything that would lead to any sort of challenge to that law. So how to navigate that particular relationship will be something they'll have to work on.
Geneviève Beauchemin, thanks so much for your coverage last night and into early this morning, and thanks for joining us today. Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.